Futureproof is sponsored by Carrot Events, showcasing your company values with high-impact, bespoke events. Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us as I continue this discussion with three lovely ladies. I have Joanna, I have Alison and I have Pfizer in the studio, and we have been talking hats on a previous programme, but today I really want to talk more about accountancy. In the first half, Alison was saying how much accountancy has changed, and I want to ask the other two ladies about their accountants, but before I do, I just want to go, I think, straight to Alison, because there was something that she really wanted to say on the back of the first half. Alison, I know one of the things we were talking about, it being more advisory, and going into the break I said I don't want to put anybody off being an accountant.
No, absolutely.
One of the things you did say to me is, and I'll let you say it, what was it you said about accountancy
I have
now?
to say it's more interesting than it was 20 years ago. I mean, and the reason why is because we actually spend a lot more time with our clients. We actually have to learn a lot more about the client's business because we're trying to interpret more. And I mean, it's much more fun than it was. I mean, you're no longer sitting there, as I said, typing in invoices for 4 or 5 days. You're actually looking at the accounts and you're actually talking to clients, and we are helping them run their businesses, and we're helping them make more money, and we're helping them into the future. So it's fascinating.
You could arguably say, rather than maintenance and sort of practicals, operational if you like, it's actually more kind of proactive.
Yeah, strategic.
It's very strategic.
Absolutely.
So do you have an accountant, Joanna? How do you, has it changed in your...
I don't, because I do my own books, tiny as they are.
That's because you're trained.
Alison, a very long time ago. I did. How did I get here is a question I often ask myself. I did train as a chartered accountant. But I'm really interested in what you're talking about, because I think what has happened has freed up accountants from earlier on in their career to really get business sense and emotional intelligence underway in their roles,
and
because it's
creative.
Yes, not in the nasty way people say creative accounting, absolutely. No. And the best accountants have always tried to do that, but they've almost been held back by what is, the bean counting.
The biggest compliment I have is if someone says, "Oh, I didn't know you were an accountant," and I think, fantastic.
Yes.
That's not what I want to be.
So what about you, Pfizer? Do you?
Well, actually, I'm my company. We use Xero through our accountants, obviously. So we actually run the day-to-day running of the accounts. I have a lady who does our accounts, does our pay ledgers and all that kind of stuff. But what's for me, when you're running events, when you're trying to do a profit and loss on each particular event, so when you're logging in anything that's either coming in or going out, it logs into that particular event account on Xero, so I can continually have a look and say, where are we? How much more do we need to do? And what's the
so you have more control, don't you?
I absolutely have 100% control. I didn't have that before, and so our accountants actually are advisory to us, but they also do our annual final accounts, obviously, which we can't do that. And also we'll pick up things and say, by the way, we've had a look at Xero, you should be doing this and you should be doing that, and this is easier for you, and so on. So quite often they come in and have meetings with us and give us in-office little tutorials and stuff like that. I find that accounting system absolutely, and I can go into it from my phone. I can go into it. It's so easy.
We ran a seminar, didn't we?
Absolutely.
We were talking about tips.
But am I also right in saying that the relationship is much more relational now? So before it was all billable hours, and people were always frightened of picking up the phone because they thought they were going to get charged and all those things. I'm not saying that doesn't happen now, but it is much more relational based, isn't it? And that every minute you breathe down the phone to me, it's going to cost you a tenner, has gone, hasn't it?
We don't charge like that. We try and charge on what we think. We automatically assume these days that clients are going to ring us on a reasonably frequent basis, and so we try and fix an annual charge that covers everything. Obviously, if we have to do an exceptional project or something, that's slightly different, and we will discuss it with the client up front. But generally, I'm assuming that you're going to ring, and I want you to ring me up, to be honest.
And actually, my accountants help me with business plans and things like that, because I'm a great designer of doing an event or dreaming up some sort of event. I'm not an accountant.
And that's why it's more interesting, because we're actually getting more involved in your businesses.
Exactly.
So for us, it's
have you thought
more
of, they tell
satisfactory.
me, did you think of this? Have you gone down this route? And I think, I never thought of that.
Yes.
And especially with VAT and taxation and stuff like that, it's really important. And I have fun with my accountants, they're really nice.
So talking of fun, now we know we are talking about accountancy, but we do still have some hats, if you hadn't noticed. There are hats on the table. So what I think, if it's okay, ladies, because if you've just joined us, then Joanna is do I call you a hat milliner?
Milliner or
milliner.
hatter or
Or
hat
hatter.
designer.
Oh, okay.
Hat designer is
A hat
probably
designer.
trips off the
So
tongue.
what we're going to
Definitely
do?
not the Mad Hatter, that's
No.
for sure.
So we're all going to see if we can pop a hat on. So take your pick of hats, and I'll have whatever's left. So
Can I
carry
make
on.
some recommendations?
Yeah, I did. Go on then.
do, because that's
And then we're
what
going to
you're
talk about
supposed to
that.
do. I'd love to see you in this one, Alison.
know.
Is that all right?
Yes, of
So
course.
I'll try and do this without falling off my chair.
Yeah, and
yes.
they stay on, don't they? You've got something
Yeah.
that keeps hats on.
It's a big. I'm really passionate about this. That if someone wears one of my hats, once it's on, I want them to relax and forget
Yes.
about it. You always see those pictures of women at race courses.
Yes,
where they're hanging on,
Yeah.
or they're feeling a little.
and it's not a comb, is it? It's not a comb.
This one doesn't have a comb. This just has a tiny piece of elastic.
Yeah, which
And
goes.
if this was
under the
bespoke for Alison, of course, it would be in blonde.
Pop it on her then.
But let's
Ah.
do you remember the drill?
Yes,
You
I
hold your
do.
Oh,
hair
Hair
yeah.
up, doesn't it? Wasn't
Well
it?
done, that woman.
Go on
Yes, I
then.
remember
And
these things.
then we'll just, if you turn to look
Fabulous.
at me,
Oh,
then,
look at
and then
that.
it's all about angles as well. There we go. I
And a
just
smile.
love
Go on then.
that
Which
one.
hat do you want Pfizer to
Pfizer,
wear?
I want to try.
Go on then.
Shall
Go
I
on then.
take
Go,
this
go,
off?
girl. Go, girl.
Right. Ooh. Okay. And I won't faff around with the elastic.
What I love about that, what you can't
that one-
see, is she's got some delicate lace down the back.
It's beautiful.
That's
Yes.
beautiful. That can't be.
love it.
That is beautiful.
No, I haven't put your elastic on, so you probably do
No.
feel a little bit tentative. but
Just a
once-
little bit that I'm a bit concerned that it's
Yeah.
not
Don't
quite.
be
You
worried.
can put it on if you
Let's
want.
pop the-
No.
What you need to do is, can you grab
I can hold all my hair
hold
up.
your hair in a bun?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Fantastic. Thank you. And then we're going to feed it through.
It really suits your hair colouring.
That's okay. It does. It
And
looks
then I'll
lovely.
let go, and you let go, and now
There we are.
we're on it. There we go.
There we are. So she
And
held
we
her
just
hair up
tuck it
and
in.
popped
And
it
it actually
behind.
feels exceptionally
Yeah,
comfortable.
that does
I can
actually
move
look
my
much
head
better.
around.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Loving that.
Okay, which one for me?
Oh, Sarah, shall we go? I do want to see you in this
Go on
one.
then. I'm one of those that says hats don't suit me. So here you go.
Well, we know
Ah,
from that glorious
so,
big black
yeah, go
Audrey
on then.
Hepburn number that they do.
And that's why we had the event, wasn't it?
No,
Because
that
we
is
were
right.
all
Yeah.
frightened
Cool.
of wearing hats and
That's-
don't think
yeah,
they
that's
suit
People
us.
say hats don't
And we were
suit
very
them.
wrong.
And
But
they
I was,
also-
as I was saying in a past episode,
There we are.
was the fact
I've got a
that
hat on.
Love it.
in the
And so you can wear
1950s
that one then.
everybody
Oh,
wore
yeah, this is
hats.
one of my favourites.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's my little go-to sort of when I'm at craft fairs and design and
Is that the one that you
Lovely.
wear?
I do, it is
fabulous.
one of my trade. I can't see what I'm
Fabulous.
doing actually.
What I'm laughing at is if anybody's just walked into their room and they're looking at the television, they're going,
What are those
What
I
are they
thought this
doing?
one was about accountancy.
I've been talking accountancy. Okay, so what I want to do very briefly, we've literally just got a couple of minutes, is maybe to look at each hat and say where would it, and it depends on the events as well, but what sort of event could we wear it to, and do we have an outfit that goes with it? I have to say, I can't see me. You look absolutely splendid.
I can see you in a 1920s outfit.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yes.
we're in the
Oh,
roaring 20s
yes.
now, aren't we?
Yeah.
There.
Can you not see that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm
definitely.
1920s.
You'll be on a cruise ship somewhere.
I am.
dancing.
And they sometimes actually have themed evenings.
Yeah,
so if
could
I
do
have
that.
an outfit, then I can do the.
Sarah, just let me know.
Okay, so what about Joanna then? What event would that be?
Well, I'm going to the 1950s.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree
To
with you.
very elegant 1950s
Princess Grace.
Princess Grace.
Ooh.
Going,
I'll take that.
going to the Ritz for afternoon tea with
Yes.
the most exceptionally looking wonderful gentleman
Yes.
escorting her to the table.
I can see that.
With gloves on,
Lovely.
of course.
Very
So,
nice.
so that his oily hands don't
Yes,
knock in
very
the full
elegant.
So
dress.
the gloves
Very
up to here.
elegant.
So what about Alison then? That is beautiful.
I love this hat.
Beautiful. You wore it. Haven't
Yeah.
we got a photo?
We
of you in
did,
it? Anyway,
yes.
I
We
think
got
you've worn that.
yes. Yeah, Joanna did a picture.
So
of it,
to me, that's kind of an ascot-y one for me.
Beautiful sunny day at the races or Goodwood, just
yeah, big
Yeah.
smile. Yeah,
just back to
shining.
win a glass
Yeah,
of fizz in your
absolutely.
hand.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so what about Pfizer's black?
There you go.
That
Striking.
absolutely
It
striking.
is striking.
Do you know what I think?
Again.
MBE receiving.
Oh gosh, yes.
Gosh,
oh
yeah.
yes.
Up to
Up to the palace.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And actually, you'll be able
Yes.
to bow without it
Will.
falling off.
Ladies, can I say thank you very much indeed? Will you come back again?
Absolute
Yes,
That'd be
absolutely.
fantastic.
Absolutely.
So do find Joanna if you like these hats, and if you've just walked in, I actually can't explain it. I'm sorry.
And don't be
This is-
scared of hats.
don't be scared of accountancy either.
no,
And this is a
absolutely
business programme, so have a fab week, and we'll see you too. Bye bye,
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Sarah.
Bye bye. Very good.
That was fabulous.
Yeah, well done.
I love this.